there YouTube land, and welcome back to the Small Workshop Adventures. Here we are, another day, another job. Just before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's really appreciated. So what are we doing today, as we say? Well, we are on another garden room build. The spring is here, the sun is shining, although I don't think that's going to last. Don't think that's going to last at all. We're going to build a nice little garden room there. So there's going to be a few weeks, and we're going to do it in stages. So I'm going to show you around the site, and this first video will probably be the base, but we're going to be building a fully insulated, double glazed garden room, which is going to be for a child minding business. So there's going to be internal rooms and things and all sorts of things. So lovely day. I have behind me, you can see someone, a very handsome chap in the background. That's Andy. Andy's going to be building this with me. He's a carpenter mate of mine, so very skilled. So Andy's going to be part of the build with me. So we're going to show you around the site. So we can see we're just starting to measure out and string out and get it square and get the marking out. We've got the fencing pins in. We're starting to do that. It'll be the first job really, in getting it so we've got it absolutely square. It's going to go in this space. There's going to be a front door at the back here. This is where there's going to be obviously a front door, because they're going to come through here. This is where the childminders are going to come and drop their little ones off to be well looked after, and then they're going to go in. Then looking back, we've got another door which will go out into the garden, and we're going to have windows by the side here, up sort of letterbox windows, so they're up high, so you can't actually see in, but they're going to bring some light in, and all along there, 4 of them. So we're just going to start measuring out and getting things going, and that's what we're going to do. I've got this beast here. I've never used one of them, so but I decided I've got to do obviously quite a few holes in the ground as we dig in the foundations to create the base. So I thought I'd make that a lot easier than just digging completely. So yeah, wish me luck on that one. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do some exclusive video on this post hole borer. I've never used one, so maybe, I'm sure some of you out there have, but and you can put it in the comments about what you think of it. Anyway, it's hired. There's no way I'd buy one of these. That's from Jewson's. So we're going to just get on with it, and we're going to start doing that and getting on and doing what we're going to do. So first bit is just setting out. Well, the rain is now chucking it down, so now I've got to lift all this stuff in here in the rain. Anyway, we'll just get on, we'll see when it's done. So good morning to all of you out there. We're in between Storm Noah, I believe. So it was absolutely hideous yesterday in the mud. Anyway, we're just doing digging holes and foundations at the minute. I'm just going to show you what we've been doing. The site, well, actually it looks like it just doesn't look a lot at the minute still, but I just want to talk about one actual bit that we're doing as we put the foundations into the ground. So I don't know whether you can see in this light, we are coating everything that goes in the ground with bitumen. So then it will, I mean, it's all tannalised timber, but we're coating everything with bitumen because, as you can see, and then the rest of the frame will go on top. So that's at ground level. It's 2.5, permitted development is 2.5 from the ground. up to the ceiling. So there we go, we've got that into the ground, and then we can build across the frame, across from there, coming this way. It slopes down this way slightly. There you can see my tin of bitumen, wearing gloves. It's a messy old thing, but it'll be worth it in the end, because obviously it protects all the timbers. Not only is it tannalized, so it would obviously last for a long time, but we're coating it in bitumen, means it's just going to last so much longer. So we'll continue to do that. We are getting there with the floor. This is the sub base, and then we're going to put the base on top of this, which will cantilever over the side. So we're going to start doing that, but we've just membraned out now we've dug that. Looking back, we've membraned the whole thing. We've got membrane to go down the side, but that will go down there later, and we're going to put some sand down that side, so that's just blocks are holding it at the moment. And then we'll put some sand, because that would just be neater, because we don't want the grass growing wildly up by the side of the house, do we? So that's the membrane, and we'll crack on. Okay, there we have, oh, don't lose me tape, there's one down there. So now you can see what we've done there. We've now created the floor, which is not fixed. We can now square this up, get this absolutely square, and then fix it down. So we've got the subframe, we've done it slightly differently, done the base slightly differently to how I've done them before. So it's cantilevered across, and it's super strong. We are maybe going to put a couple of extra bits of support, but essentially that's going to take all sorts of weight. But we build it in two sections. You can see that there, and you can see what's going on there. As you see, I'm standing in the middle, and there is no bounce, nothing. That's rock solid. So once that's fixed, that's going nowhere. But that's nice. So it's looking, he says, walking very carefully over the whole lot, sitting quite nicely. So that's what we've done. As you see, as I said earlier, we've put the membrane down. We've got some more membrane, a bit more ballast probably, just to hold it down a bit more, but make sure that stays. And yeah, it's good. We'll crack on. So we fixed it using these hex carpenter screws. They're 150mm, so screwed straight through, as you can see. Packers under everything, just so it doesn't drop, so the floor is absolutely level. You have to take my word for it. There's our level up there. So we've got it there, all 400 centres, as it should be. Industry standard. So we've got packers, as you can see, over, just to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. And this isn't going to move anywhere. This is and we are just putting where all the 8x4 ply, when we eventually put the flooring on. So we're just putting an extra run on there. So it'll be 3 places that we'll put that. We could double up on some of those, but that floor is not moving anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It would just be beyond bolt and braces, but yeah, that's not going to move. Properly signed. So as you can see, packers on everywhere, just making it absolutely perfectly level. as we put it down. Nicely done. We'll carry on. We have all the insulation down in the floor anyway, but what we're waiting for now, we can't go any further. It's been battling the weather and we can't seal in any water, so we need it to dry. So, oh look, as I talk, the sun is coming out. That is incredible. Couldn't have been better timing, maybe only briefly, but the weather is improving, so we need to obviously keep this dry because I don't want to trap any water underneath there. So then we can start getting the waterproof wrap membrane across the whole of the floor. But it needs to be dry. So we swept off a lot of the water, and then we're hoping for it to dry. We've got to get it dry. Maybe in the next hour or two we can get that on. But that's what we're waiting for, annoyingly, but we can't go any further because we don't want to trap water under there because it'll stay there for a long time, as you can see. But it's drying. I think it's actually stopped now, looking at the weather. In fact, the sun's in between. We can actually see the sun for the first time, so good news. Anyway, such is life working outside. So there we have it. As you can see, it's running, obviously that's into the ground, that level, that's into the ground at that corner, and it's running up there. We have, you can see our armoured cable which is coming out. It's already been laid by my electrician. The electrician that's been here, it goes down the side, and we will bring that in. You can see it's sticking up down the side there, can't you? So we will be able to bring that up as we start to bring the walls, so we can get the electrics in. So it's nicely laid, 18mm exterior ply I use for the floor, and then when it's finally finished, I think the customer's going to put vinyl vinyl flooring. Is that the right word? Yes, I think so. So we've cut this in, and we will clean it up, but it's going to have a floor laid over the top of it. So I'm just looking at it this side. As you can see, it's tight to the wall, and we will get to the wall and what we're going to do there this side. This is the challenging wall because it's so close, so we have to build it on the outside in, but we will get to that on the next video. So that's the wall, that's the floor. So thanks for watching. That's the base. The next part, or part two, this is part one. Part two will be the walls, as we said. So check out, and lots of other stuff. So from this, that's the end of this video, really. So from me, Mark, at the Small Workshop Adventures, you take care, everybody. Bye.